Are you Kevin Salewsky?
Yes.
Would you spell your last name for our court reporter?
Salewsky.
Right out the gate, the judge just dropped a bomb motion suppressed. Translation? That piece of evidence tied to the warrantless search is gone. And trust me, that's a massive hit for the prosecution.
And in 2023, were you an agent with the 23rd Judicial District Drug Task Force?
Yes.
And on December the 12th of 2023, did you make a traffic stop involving Jeffrey Tai Hicks?
Yes.
All right, could you tell us about where that stop was made to begin with?
It was made I-40 in Dixon County, westbound lane. Not exactly sure of the mile marker anymore, but it's at the rest area in westbound lane. It's around about I think it's the 175 maybe, somewhere in there.
Okay. And I guess I should back up.
Sure.
During that time, were you assigned to interdiction?
Yes.
Could you explain briefly what the general role of an interdiction agent is?
Basically what we do is we sit in the median on I-40. We observe traffic patterns, driving behaviors, traffic infractions, all the above, looking for criminal indicators on I-40.
Ah, the drug. They're out there looking for anything that smells even remotely illegal. And spoiler alert, they always find something. Or at least, claim to.
Any criminal behavior.
How long had you been an interdiction agent?
I think 3 years.
During that time, could you put a number on how many vehicles you watched for criminal behavior, or just watched go by and determine that there was no indicators of criminal behavior?
Thousands.
All right. On this day, what drew your attention to Mr. Hicks' vehicle?
Initially, it was going to be the extremely dark window tint, and then his driving behavior. Yes, driving behavior. I'm sorry.
Pull that microphone base towards you just a little bit.
All right.
And when you say his window tint, what level of window tint are you looking for as you sit out there?
So for me, when I observe vehicles across my face on the interstate, I would always look for a silhouette of the driver, passengers, what have you, inside the vehicle. As long as I could see a silhouette of the driver, I never really pulled out to pull any further enforcement on the vehicle for the window tint.
So you weren't really looking for close calls?
No.
Have you ever pulled someone over to check their window tint and found that a car you thought was in violation of the statute was actually in compliance with the statute?
No.
Dark tint. Classic stop reason. Here's the trick. The tint is one of those vague justifications officers lean on to start pulling you over. But notice, it's not the only reason. He quickly adds, driving behavior. Why? Because tint alone doesn't always hold up in court.
Pull out behind this vehicle, do you turn on your blue lights immediately?
No.
Walk me through that.
So when observing a vehicle, we observe the vehicle for, a small period of time, observe any traffic infractions, and then I ultimately have to find, being I-40, you have to find a safe spot to stop the car. You start stopping cars anywhere without a good pull off, it's dangerous for myself and the driver. So you have to, sometimes people don't agree with us following vehicles for an extended amount of time when you have to find somewhere safe to stop the vehicle, whether that be an exit ramp, a rest area, what have you.
And did you ultimately observe any other traffic infractions?
Fair to maintain lane.
What is that?
When a vehicle's, essentially their tires cross over any given yellow, white dotted line that keeps traffic in its own lane.
talk to me about your in-car video and how it is activated and what it captures time frame wise.
So typically your vehicles, and patrol vehicles, are equipped with you hit the record button and it will draw back 20 to 30 seconds or so from the time of pressing the button. And the in-dash, the in-car camera, will observe everything across the face of the vehicle. So you will hit record at the time when you observe the traffic violation, and then it just records from there.
Did your in-car vehicle capture this traffic infraction?
Yes, I believe it did.
Was it the full total of the time you watched the vehicle?
No.
Could you explain?
So at that time, I believe when I hit the record button, it immediately picks up audio and visual. Typically, when the camera is operating correctly, it will draw back 20 to 30 seconds with no audio and just video. In this case, it did not do that. It went straight to audio and it started recording whenever I hit the button.
So we do not have the 30 seconds before you hit the button.
No.
And you know that because when it turns on, there's automatically audio.
Right.
All right. Let's talk about, because we're going to play this video here in a minute. Let's talk about your microphone. Is your mic on in the video?
So no, it's not. Not super sure what happened there, but it was not on. For whenever I'm outside of my vehicle, I guess on my vest it malfunctioned or something didn't work right. I'm hoping that I didn't leave it in the car. But
So we have in-car audio, but when you are outside of the car, we do not have audio.
correct.
And you did not intentionally disable the audio outside the car.
Absolutely not.
Okay. You stop the vehicle, you walk up to the vehicle. Tell us about your first encounter with the occupants.
I approached from the passenger side, obviously us being on I-40.
UHO. Conveniently, the camera didn't capture the 30 seconds before the stop. The part where the officer claims he saw a violation. You see where this is going, right? The evidence starts missing. Defense attorneys start smiling.
Speeding cars going by, I never approach driver's side unless I absolutely have to. I informed the driver of his driving infractions. While speaking with the driver, I immediately observed the odor of strong marijuana coming from the vehicle. Second thing I noticed was the passenger in the vehicle was abnormally nervous, extremely nervous to the point where he made me nervous. I then pulled the driver out of the vehicle and asked him to join me inside my vehicle, my front seat.
Okay, you said you noticed the odor of marijuana. Have you had numerous opportunities to smell marijuana?
Yes.
Both in interdiction and were you on patrol before you were an interdiction agent?
Yes. I was in law enforcement for approximately 10, almost 11 years.
And any question in your mind that that was marijuana in the vehicle?
No.
And okay, so what is the behavior of these two guys in the vehicle?
Very nervous. They're fidgety, they're shaking. They're just...
And there it is, the magic phrase every officer knows by heart. I smelled marijuana. With just those 3 words, search and seizure boundaries practically disappear. But the million-dollar question is, did he really smell it, or is this the go-to excuse?
abnormally nervous.
You are objecting to his description of the behavior of the individual?
Judge, I think it is a very appropriate lay opinion. Anyone on the street can note when someone is nervous or not nervous. He's not making any assumptions as to the cause of their nervousness. I'm glad to lay a foundation comparing this behavior to traffic stops, other traffic stops that he's performed.
Well, he's already described the fact that the individuals in the car were acting nervous, shaking. That is an observation, in my opinion, that anyone can make of someone who appears to be nervous or shaking. So I don't think that is opinion testimony as much as it is observational. So beyond that, I would sustain the objection unless you add any additional foundation. Excuse me.
How many traffic stops do you think you've made in your career?
We'll just go with hundreds.
And is someone that you stop normally nervous that they've been stopped?
I'm going to object. That's anecdotal evidence. Anecdotal.
What?
Anecdotal evidence.
You can turn your microphone on and you'll be able to understand.
That's clearly anecdotal evidence just because he observed.
Anecdotal.
Yeah, it does not mean that that is,
Thought you were saying something else entirely. So.
but that doesn't make it factual, conclusive, consistent to every stop. That's like saying, look, I went out.
This is where it gets spicy. The defense jumps in. Can an officer really testify about someone being nervous? Sure, we all know shaky hands when we see them, but legally, does nervousness equal probable cause? That's where things start getting murky.
Outside today, Judge, I don't see the curvature of the earth. The earth is flat. That doesn't make it true. Just because you observe something in your experience. We, fortunately, in this day and time, have figured out the earth is not flat. So to go out and say, oh, I just observe it, it must be true, is anecdotal evidence, which means I could say anything as long as I observed it and say it is true. I object to that.
Judge, may I clarify what rule of evidence he's objecting under?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly either because he's, well, what is the legal basis of your objection?
If it's not factual and supported, it's not relevant.
Relevance. Overruled. The illustration you've given is, to rebut that would be that every morning the sun comes up, I observe the sun come up, so I know that the sun's going to come up. Every evening I know the sun's going to go down. I haven't researched it